Each week, in conjunction with the Ohio Lottery Partners in Education program, we recognize a role model student from somewhere across the state of Ohio. Today, we head to Aurora High School to meet McKennah Metzger, a junior who is one of the best softball pitchers in the area, as well as an outstanding student. The Ohio Lottery Partners in Education program is proud to honor McKennah Metzger, this week's Shining Star. Aurora junior McKennah Metzger is an imposing figure for the Greenmen on the softball field. In the circles, she's been dominant, a strikeout machine. At the plate, she's been a force, a power hitter hitting almost 600. Metzger is just playing with a ton of confidence.
It's so huge in the sport of softball because it's based around failure, and I think that's something I've also been really focused on because sometimes I do overthink things and I put a lot of pressure on myself. So I think I'm trying to move past that, and if you have a bad game, it's a bad game. You have to just move on, and I think that also led me to just go up to the plate and stay calm and just do my best.
McKennah's best has been awfully good by any standards. She threw a perfect game earlier this year against Copley, recording 11 strikeouts in a 10-0 six-inning win.
Well, I never really knew what the rules of a perfect game was, but I remember coming in the fourth inning, I was I don't think anyone's gotten on base, and I went to my teammate Layla, and I was I have to tell you something, and then I was no, I can't tell you. I was I don't want to jinx it, so I didn't tell her, and she was so mad at me. But then at the end of the game, you're you threw a perfect game, and I was that's what I was going to tell you. So it was kind of funny because we don't talk about it anymore in the dugout because we don't want to jinx it.
The success is no surprise. Metzger works hard year-round to maximize her talents, and that work is paying off in all facets of the game.
Power. I think I'm obviously pretty tall, so I try to get in the weight room as much as I did this preseason, and I think honestly I've just been hitting the ball harder than I ever have, and that's been resulting to home runs and doubles and even just singles that get to the infield.
Even though Metzger has another year of high school remaining, she was being recruited by a number of Division I programs, and she committed early to continue her education in softball at Kent State University.
The programs of the softball team, it's just great. I've already met a lot of the players, and I just love them all. And the coaches have given me such a huge opportunity to go out there and play. And also just the school itself, they say you feel it when you feel it, and you definitely do. Because I got to go to a lot of schools, which I was lucky to do, but it just definitely felt like home.
As good as Metzger is on the field, she may be even better in the classroom. McKennah carries a 4.2 GPA in accelerated classes.
It's just as important to me as my sports are. I try and work as hard in the classroom as I can because obviously that has helped me get the scholarship that I did at Kent State. And again, I'm a perfectionist, so I'm also hard on myself in the classroom just as hard as I am on the field. And I think I've just have that motivation in me.
And McKennah has a pretty good idea of what she wants to study in college.
I've always been a math and science girl. But also ASL, I just started and I actually really enjoy it. For a while, I was thinking sports medicine. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, but also recently I've been thinking about speech pathology because I am in ASL class here in the school and I just really love it. So I think if I majored in speech pathology and minored in ASL, that would be really cool.
It's safe to assume that McKennah Metzger will attack her studies with the same intensity that's made her one of the area's best softball players. If you know a student who deserves recognition, we want to hear about them, and you can nominate them completely online. Go to OhioLottery.com. Find the About section. Click on Partners in Education. There you will see links to nomination forms. Nominate that student as an academic all-star, and they could end up being featured as our next shining star.